Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do a follow-up on the catastrophe that is Marvel's New Warriors.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't even know what else to call it because nobody is happy with this.
No.
Nobody is happy with this. We did a video the other day with the kids, actually, reacting to the new Warriors, which were basically beyond parody. It was every social justice trope and insult you could think of. I mean, it came across like a trolling of social justice warriors.
Yeah, to me, it was like they were immediately. I thought, well, is this offensive to the people they're claiming to be supporting?
Yeah.
And that was my first thought. I'm like, you're kind of offending those people. And apparently, I'm not the only one who thought so. And other people in the comments have been saying like, well, you know, these are trying something new. Hey, you know what? I was going to mention that in the other video and I didn't because the kids were on there and we got distracted. But yeah, no, I am 100% for new things. But this is just ridiculous.
This is not the way to do it.
Yeah, there's like making new things and being creative. And then there's this. This is not what we were talking about.
God, people are like, is this Kibblesmith guy from 4chan? You know, they're like, this was just so completely tone deaf. We're going to talk about the negative reaction to it. And the fact that, yeah, Marvel basically stopped making new characters like a decade ago. And now they're making new characters. And maybe this is why they're not making new characters, because they make them badly.
Well, I mean, they could have even got away with, I mean, though, I don't think people's problem is even the non-binary thing. It's the fact that they made them blue and pink and opposite, so it was like trolling there. And then they look exactly the same pretty much, except one's bigger, a little stronger, but I mean, in the face of put them side by side with the faces, you can't tell who's who other than the color.
Yeah, and Safespace and Snowflake.
Come on, and the names, names.
Come on, Marvel. What the hell were you thinking? All right, so we're gonna talk more about this. Please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. We're over 100,000 subs, guys, but we want to keep the Clownfish train going. Toot toot.
That's right.
Toot toot. Glub glub.
Glub glub.
That's you drinking as you listen to
drinking. I wish I was drinking right now. Anyway, yeah. So on the YouTube video they released for the New Warriors trailer, it is 61,000 downvotes to 2.1 thousand upvotes.
61,000 downvotes to 2,000 upvotes, Marvel.
Does getting closer to the microphone make it more important?
It does. It's more dramatic.
It's more dramatic. Okay. I'm like, if that meant everything you wanted, hey, I'm on the microphone, so it must be true. I'm right on there, guys. Look, I'm so close. I'm so close. It's true.
I am the media.
That's right. No, come on. Anyway.
Come on.
So here's the comments. Okay. Some of these comments are beautiful.
All right. So, yeah, internet gas. That's right. I forgot. Screen time. Yeah. Screen time was subjected to internet gas, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, everyone's like, what is internet gas?
And now he's got Google in his brain.
And you know, that's not always a good thing. I mean, would you want Google in your brain? And then
he can look at all the porn he wants.
That's right. No one's gonna know.
No one's gonna know.
And then I was going to comment on be negative because someone brought up, I'm like, why does it bother me so much? Why does it bother me so much? And then I realized it when someone else posted it. Be negative looks like Hordak from She-Ra. And I'm like, oh my God, he does. I'm like, why does this look so familiar to me? Why is it bugging me? Be negative looks like, he's going to try to find it. Hordak from She-Ra. And he's not wrong. Wait, that's his legs. How can you tell?
His legs. There we go. Here we go. Kibblesmith. There we go.
He looks like Hordak. He looks like an angsty teenage Hordak.
not Kibblesmith. But yeah, so we've got, this is Marvel just accepting the noose they've tied around their neck, finally, and kicking the chair out underneath their feet. Can't wait for the main villain, Captain Microaggression. This has to be an early April Fool's joke.
They would be the stupid. Yes, they are the stupid. I like this one. This was funny.
What, this one?
Yeah, Disney, let's destroy Star Wars. BBC, we see your Star Wars and raise you Doctor Who. Marvel, amateur hour's over. Hold my almond milk and watch this.
God. Okay, so it's not going well. That's an understatement. That's an understatement. So Comic Book Resources did a story on it too, and they're talking, I mean, they were talking about how some of the people who didn't like it were cis people?
No, they're saying the people that made it were cis people.
Yeah, this is exactly what we figured would happen. When you make a big deal about introducing the first non-binary characters,
and apparently the other one's gender fluid because he's wearing pink. Gender fluid. Even though there's a lot of guys wear pink, so I wouldn't, say that necessarily. But
back in the 80s, pink suspenders.
I mean, there are a lot of dudes wear pink, so I honestly don't think that that's necessarily the case, but people were commenting on it.
It's Jaden Smith.
it's just...
That's who he's modeled after, Jaden Smith.
So they put this article out. It's interesting because they're talking here about the way that the man or the first non-binary Marvel hero will be introduced.
In addition to fans feeling the twins' attempt to take back their respective pejoratives is lazy and a bit too on the nose, there are also concerns that Snowflake specifically is only defined by their non-binary status rather than being introduced as a fully formed character in their own right.
Which is what Squid King said.
That is every like modern comic book character now, isn't it?
See, this is what Squid King said. Stereotype, where they write the most basic information about you and then tell you that it has to be your character, the way your character is.
Yeah, so other people are calling out the designs. It said social media notes that the only visible distinguishing features that indicate Snowflake is gender fluid is that they have short hair and wear a predominantly blue accented uniform, and the twin is primarily accented in pink. This color swap from expected gender roles has underscored concerns that the twins won't be well defined without one another, and Snowflake's gender fluidity may not be adequately handled beyond a cheap caricature.
Well, that's just it. These are everything our kids were calling.
With a name like Snowflake, how can it possibly be a caricature?
That's right.
Come on.
And then they're mad because they're talking about the creators who are both cisgender.
I knew that was coming.
They're Caucasian males, so you knew, who created characters of color with different gender identities, rather than having the creative team be from different racial or gender backgrounds. You know, this is nothing new. I remember when they did those comics from DC for girls. What were they?
The Minx books.
Minx books. And they were almost all done by men.
That was weird. That was a freaking... Because at the time... and look, there were some creators on those books that were pretty decent, but...
Some of them just had asparagus green pea they passed off as art.
There were others, though, that it was like, what the hell's going on? Because there were a lot of talented women working in comics at the time, and they did books for teenage girls specifically.
And women, yeah.
And women, and they picked mostly men to work on
I remember,
books.
I called it at the time. I even said to you, I'm like, what? Why would they do books for women and then put all men on it? I was like, what the heck?
Tone deaf.
I know. I thought that was interesting. So this is not a new problem, but now the problem is because they're Caucasian males who are cisgendered trying to do other characters, because you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, but it does. I mean, look, it is kind of weird. Like, this is what's so weird about this. It's almost like, Marvel Comics, they're trying very, very hard to score those woke points, but they're very selective about how they do it. They're, they, instead of being like, hey, maybe if we're going to do the first non-binary character in Marvel, maybe we should, phone up somebody who actually is non-binary.
But they have no problem hiring some of these people for other books,
Yeah, they don't. That's the thing. That's what's so mind-blowing about this, because lately in comics, it's more about who you are than even above abilities sometimes, And so I'm kind of like...
Surprised?
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely shocked that they wouldn't use this as an opportunity to tout non-binary
I know,
creators.
it's really weird. And instead it comes across as what we keep seeing in Hollywood, stereotypes.
Two-faced?
It's stereotypes. And that's all they end up doing. Like we saw it with, I'm sorry, but Frost and She-Ra is like a super stereotype. I am sorry, but she is.
Ice Power, Eskimos.
Yeah, we're seeing it with the Snake Eyes movie. Snake Eyes can't be a blonde guy because even though that's what the Asian creator wanted for good reason. No, he is a martial artist, a ninja, so clearly he has to be Asian.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm like...
And he's also good at math. He's very good at math.
And if he had been in this comic, he'd be the one who was now Screen Time, because Screen Time, who's good at the internet, is clearly Asian.
So if he's good at computers and video games,
they literally stereotyped every flipping character in the list. Like, I mean, they stereotype the hell out of these things.
That's why I'm like I said, this guy reminds me of Kip from Napoleon Dynamite. God, he's trying too hard to be too trendy, and it's not working.
Hey,
it's
guys.
not working.
Hey guys, hey, let's show them. Let's name our characters Snowflake and Safespace. That'll show them.
God.
And then we'll make our internet character Asian. Or so edgy.
That'll make the man babies angry.
And then we'll make a big fat girl with no boobs be Indian, and then we'll call her Trailblazer. Watch their heads explode, and then turn around and bit him in the ass. B Negative's just the only one that actually is kind of interesting. The way he got his powers is weird. But anyway.
Well, he's basically Morbius Jr.
Actually, this is the most, but again, it's like such a weak cop-out. But it's the most interesting character, I think, of the bunch is one no one's talking about.
They should have named him Suck.
There's all kinds of other names they could have called him besides B Negative. And then he goes in the video about how clever he is about naming it B Negative.
He likes classic rock like 90s alt rock.
He's goth because he's negative.
He's got vinyl.
So he stereotyped that too. Should have just called him Hot Topic and been done with it.
Hot Topic, yes. Yes, we name him Hot Topic. With fans feeling the attempt to take back timely pejoratives being misguided and poorly handled, the introduction of the Marvel Universe's first non-binary superhero has not been well received, to say the least. We're going to go out to pride.com and show you how much non-binary people actually like this.
My first thought when I heard it wasn't that, look, oh, they're trying to show people with the names. My first thought and comment was, oh my gosh, that's so insulting to these people. I'm like, that's how you insult somebody really bad.
So, pride.com, they're not loving it.
No.
They're not loving it. I did not expect them to. I
did not either.
My first reaction was like, God, I'm actually insulted for these people, that this is the stupid representation they get. This is very lame.
I thought it was wrong too.
Very lame. So we're talking about, the twins Snowflake and Safespace. Safespace is described as a stereotypical jock, but with pink hair and a pink costume. His power is creating force fields. It's only able to be activated if he's protecting someone else, because, Safespace. Snowflake is non-binary, and they do snowflake-shaped shurikens. Shouldn't they be Asian if they're throwing ninja stars?
Yeah, but I guess I didn't want to go too far on the nose.
We couldn't go too far on the nose. So writer Daniel Kibblesmith.
I can't give her. I'm not trying to pronounce his name, but his name's fun to say. I'm Kibblesmith. I just think it's fun to say. It makes me smile for whatever reason.
He's about it's teens fighting against labels that have been put on them.
Well, my son's a teen, and he thought it was stupid.
So while there's always going to be an uproar from people who use the term Snowflake and Safespace in a negative manner, members of the LGBTQ community and allies aren't completely sold on the attempt to reclaim the terms. I was actually offended.
Reclaim the terms? I mean, there wasn't
it's a parody.
But they're using them in ways like Snowflake isn't the way that it was meant to be used anyway.
Okay, right. And they got it wrong. Like this is like such a boomer comic.
I think he's younger than we are.
But this guy is a total boomer. Like, he doesn't understand any of this. But beyond that, I'm like, can you imagine if this superhero team came out under Comicsgate?
Or any other type of group.
If it was Comicsgate putting this book out, they'd be like, you're a hate group. Mm-hmm. This is a hate movement. How very dare you?
Yes, exactly.
But they're not going to hold Marvel Comics to the same standard, are they?
Well, these guys are.
I'm not sure if I'm excited for the representation or offended by the character's name.
Exactly.
I would respectfully ask these creators of Marvel to go back to the drawing board and talk to actual non-binary creators about names and designs. As a member of the LGBTQ community with many non-binary friends, I love dearly this feels like ridicule.
Exactly. That was my first thought. You're making fun of people by telling people, I'm doing it for you. That's like when people tell me how I shouldn't think as a woman, and then when I'm like, but that's not what you shut up, I'm fighting for you. It's like we talked about S.H.I.E.L.D. here, where they gag Ratalia when she's trying to stop them, because they're doing it for her, even though she's trying to tell them the whole time that's not what she wants, and that's not, it's not helping her. They literally gag her to shut her up so they can continue doing what they're going to do, and that's what this reminds me of.
Well, we had a literary agent representing us in comics who was actually
a male literary agent.
Yes, and who actually told Geeky that her female characters didn't have enough agency.
Because I had a female character who, and I said this before and I'll say it again for anybody who's new. My character at the end smiled because the boy she liked smiled at her. So of course she smiled because she was happy. He was upset that my female character, my teenage female character, was basing her, her self-worth on a boy smiling at her. I was a teenage girl. Dude was not a teenage girl. I was a teenage girl. And any of you out there who have been teenage girls will also understand this, and even teenage boys for some, for people too. When you're a teenager, outside influences most definitely affect your self-worth. I don't care what he says. You don't get that confidence usually until you're older. And if the boy or girl, I don't care which one, even if she liked a girl or whatever, if the person that you're romantically interested in smiles at you, it's gonna make you smile. It has nothing, it wasn't about agency being taken away because of outside forces. Bullshit. You're a teenage girl, the person you have a crush on smiles at you, you're gonna smile. It's gonna make you happy. I stand by that because I was there. I lived it. I have a vagina. I don't want to hear it.
That's what she tells. That's what she tells me when I get in trouble. I have the vagina.
I have vagina. No,
I don't want to hear it.
I do say I don't want to hear it. I don't say I
But I have the vagina. Just remember that. Remember that. As much as we need non-binary representation at Marvel, this doesn't feel like a good way to do that. How exactly is naming the first non-binary hero Snowflake helping?
I agree. That was my first thought too.
I can't tell if this is supposed to be positive or what. Seems like they just named them after the top trending words on Twitter. My God.
Well, they didn't get the attention they wanted.
Yeah, Marvel had the opportunity to break ground with the first non-binary superhero, and they named him Snowflake. F-bomb.
Yeah. You're trying to be better.
Nobody even has comments because what can you say to this?
Well, they had a lot of comments on the video, so, you know.
Yeah, there are plenty of comments on the video. Again, 61,000 downvotes.
Refresh it. It might be more now because it's going up. It's going up really fast.
It's dropping. 61. Yep, we're
still 61.
61,000 downvotes.
I want to see. These are the newest comments here. Just waiting for new members. The fantastic daughter, sidekick, incredible simp. Oh my God. How's your wife's boyfriend doing?
Drop F's in the chat for Marvel. Yeah, I think Marvel's
literally
done.
Dora. I mean, she's supposed to be Native American, I think. But the first thing I saw her when they said that backpack, I'm like, at least they didn't name her Dora. They should add security blanket participation trophy.
Participation trophy.
I'm sorry, guys. And even if you're talking to people who are supposed to represent, they're not happy about it either. And this is one way that we're all united in the fact that we all hate this and think it's stupid.
Yeah, I think it's time to unite against just
the stupidity. Make good characters and tell good stories. Make new characters. 100% yes, I stand by that. I appreciate the fact that you tried to make new characters. I think that's all the appreciation you're going to get from me because that was just the most easy, lazy ass ridiculousness I've ever heard. You named them Snowflake and Safespace. I'm sure you were trying to troll and you trolled yourself.
Yeah, that's what we said before in the other video. Marvel completely trolled itself. And this is it. This is how Marvel dies. This is how Marvel dies.
Internet gas.
Internet gas kills Marvel.
Yep.
Marvel dies from inhaling its own internet gas. I don't even have words. I think the blowback is going to continue. See, that should be a Marvel character. Blowback. Outrage.
There you go.
You know.
I still like stereotype that. And tone deaf that our kids had come up with.
Yeah, tone deaf is a good one. And this is tone deaf's alter ego here is this guy. This guy is tone deaf. They actually should make a guy in the comic book with his face and call him tone deaf.
They probably will. But if they
DC
do, Pinky Boo wants royalties.
Yeah, she wants royalties. She's gotta save for college, so she wants royalties.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, so we're gonna wrap this one up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.